On the night of September 26, the Afipsk oil refinery in the Krasnodar region of Russia was once again attacked by Ukrainian drones. Local Telegram channels reported this. The strikes by the kamikaze drones caused an explosion and a fire. The Russian side said that its air defense systems were activated and shot down the drones. However, the debris fell on the territory of the plant and caused a fire in one of the installations. There is no information about the casualties. The Afipsk Refinery, which processes 9.1 million tons of oil per year, has repeatedly become a target of Ukrainian drones.
Key Russian ports on the Black Sea temporarily halted oil shipments following a massive drone attack on Novorossiysk and other coastal cities. According to Bloomberg, the Caspian Pipeline Consortium (CPC) terminal and Sheshkaris oil transshipment complex are involved, handling over 2 million barrels of Russian oil and Kazakh oil daily. These strategic facilities play a vital role in Russia's energy exports. Operations at the CPC terminal were suspended as per standard procedure during an air raid, a representative of the operator confirmed. Sources told the agency that loading operations at Sheshkaris were also suspended, though Transneft, the company that manages the facility, has not publicly commented on the situation. According to Bloomberg, this is a temporary suspension, but the very fact of the forced shutdown highlights the vulnerability of Russia's export infrastructure. The drone attack on the Black Sea coast on Wednesday morning was the largest in recent memory. In Novorossiysk, 2 people were killed and 7 more were injured, and the KTK office was damaged. In Sochi, authorities evacuated vacationers from beaches, while in Tuapse, surface drones attacked the port. Despite official claims of no damage to port infrastructure, the very fact that shipments have been halted demonstrates the opposite. Russia's security system has proven incapable of protecting key oil hubs. Russia's oil upstream sector is at a crossroads. The industry's focus is shifting toward intensifying the development of already producing assets, where there are still significant residual reserves. But the state's production growth targets for 2050 require the development of frontier regions and more complex reserves. Ukraine's drone strikes on Russian oil refineries has disrupted domestic supplies and pushed Russia's diesel exports towards their lowest level since 2020. 16 of Russia's 38 refineries have been hit since the start of August, some of them multiple times, including one of Russia's largest fuel processing facilities, the 340,000 barrel a day plant at Ryazan, close to Moscow. The strikes have disrupted more than 1 million barrels a day of Russia's refining capacity, according to Energy Aspects, a research group. Diesel exports, if they maintain the current rate, will fall to the lowest monthly total in September since 2020, according to both OilX and Vortexa, which track cargoes. It seems to be the most effective campaign that Ukraine has carried out so far, said Benedict George, head of European petroleum products pricing at Argus, which reports commodity prices. Russia is the second largest diesel exporter in the world, with about half of its cargoes going to Turkey, followed by other markets in West and North Africa and Brazil, as the EU and UK do not directly import the Russian fuel, while Moscow has imposed export bans on Russian gasoline for the most part of this year. Its diesel sales abroad have so far been unrestricted. George said Turkey had turned to India and Saudi Arabia to make up for the shortfall, and that premiums for diesel have risen this month to about $25 to $30 a barrel over the price of benchmark Brent crude oil. This is the highest level since summer, when Israel's war with Iran sent prices to a 15-month high over supply fears. The international community and Ukrainian experts have expressed mixed reactions to former US President Donald Trump's unexpected shift in rhetoric. His declaration of faith in Ukraine's victory has sparked both optimism and caution. According to the New York Times, the former US president's abrupt shift in position was one of the most unexpected developments in the political arena. Trump, who had previously called for rapid negotiations, is now talking about the possibility of a complete liberation of the occupied territories. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky responded to Trump's statement with cautious optimism. "I'm a little surprised by the strength of this statement," the Ukrainian leader noted after meeting with Trump on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. Zelensky noted the need for continued international support. The 21st century is little different from the previous one. A nation striving for peace must work on armaments. Weapons decide who survives, prominent Ukrainian commentator Ostap Yarish noted on Facebook. Trump's statement on Ukraine yesterday was undoubtedly the most favorable we've heard so far. However, he cautioned against jumping to conclusions about a change in the White House's strategy. Ukrainian parliament member Mykola Nyazitsky expressed a more skeptical position. Nothing about the role of the United States, nothing about expanding military or economic aid. The Kremlin rejected Trump's statement through spokesman Dmitry Peskov. Russia is more associated with a bear, and paper bears don't exist. He expressed the opinion that, according to Trump, US business interests come first, in particular the desire to sell more oil and gas, and also suggested that his position could have been influenced by the meeting with Zelensky. Peskov also expressed surprise at the refusal of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to come to Moscow, and said that the options for the meeting place between Zelensky and Putin proposed by Ukraine, such as Switzerland and Austria, are unacceptable to Moscow. The response was a rare admission that Russia was waging a war, not a special military operation. As a reminder, Donald Trump's statement of support for Ukraine has sparked varying interpretations. Some experts see it as an opportunity to change US policy, while others see it as a tactical move without consequences. Ukrainian authorities are reacting cautiously, emphasizing the need for continued international support. It is believed that this does not exclude the possibility that the Ukrainian army will soon begin operations on Russian territory. Kursk and Belgorod are possible operational locations.